Yeah, we're back. Colfax Vikings here to play. With our hearts on fire, we'll light up the day.
NLWN 2 presents Viking Preview with a look at today's Colfax Viking football game.
We're the Vikings. Let's stand and cheer. Victory on the field. Our time is finally here.
And now, Viking Preview.
Good evening and welcome to Viking Preview. Rick Olson here in the NLWN 2 studio, and we're getting ready to bring you Colfax High School football as tonight the 0-8 Vikings, who are 0-6 in the Dunn St. Croix Conference, are preparing to take on the Spring Valley Cardinals in the finale of their 2025 season. The Vikings would like nothing more than to be successful in their final opportunity for a win this season, while the Cardinals want to make sure they're functioning smoothly prior to the Level 1 WIAA state playoffs. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Preview, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Colfax Vikings and the Spring Valley Cardinals. Then we'll get Coach Mark Panko's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then our broadcast crew will bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game from the Lee Bierquist Athletic Complex at Colfax High School. All that coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Viking Preview on NLWN 2.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Welcome back to Viking Preview. Tonight, the Vikings will try to wrap up this season on a winning note by taking on the Spring Valley Cardinals. The Vikings are looking to try to make a stronger showing than they did last week in a 36-0 loss to the unbeaten Boyceville Bulldogs, while the Cardinals hope to bounce back following their 27-7 loss to the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. In last week's loss, the Boyceville Bulldogs proved that they were as good as advertised and were more than the Vikings could handle. The Bulldogs outgained the Vikings 355 yards to -5 yards for the Vikings. The Vikings' running attack was stuck in reverse most of the game, with the Bulldogs meeting the running back at the same time as he was handed the ball. The longest run of the game for the Vikings was by Jacob Wall, who scampered 14 yards on a counter in the first quarter.
Takes the snap, hands it off to Wall on the delay. Wall goes up the middle and actually makes a cut off to the right and carries for Boyceville, or for Colfax's first down.
Now, according
Colfax
to my football math, if that play started on the 34 and we're on the 48, that was a gain of 14.
Now, the Viking passing attack was led by Grant DeMoe, who was 4 for 9 for 30 yards, with his favorite target being Easton Wedland.
The shotgun, Wall off to his immediate right to the near side. Fires over the middle, caught by Easton Wedland, and Wedland tackled out at the 37-yard line.
Now, the Viking defense tried to keep them in the game, but were overpowered by the bigger, more experienced Bulldog line. The defense didn't quit as they kept delivering strong hits like this one from Austin Peterson.
Back split, Romehild fires near, and what a hit. The pass was complete to 32, Owen Rydell, and he was hit immediately by Austin Peterson of the Vikings, and that'll bring up fourth down for the Bulldogs.
Now, last week, the Cardinals stumbled a bit as they were defeated by the Glenwood City Hilltoppers, and they very much want to get back on track prior to the Level 1 WIAA playoffs next week. Now, leading the way for the Cardinals on the ground is junior Asher Turner, who has over 900 yards on 180 carries for an average of 5 yards per carry, along with 8 touchdowns. Through the air, junior Mason Winger leads the Cardinals, completing 46 passes in 81 attempts for 601 yards and 6 touchdowns along with 4 interceptions. His top receiver has been senior Will Biggs, who has 8 catches for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns. Senior Colin Bruner is right behind with 151 yards on 9 catches and 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Turner leads the way with 36 total tackles. Bruner is also a force to be reckoned with, as 6 of his 29 total tackles are tackles for loss with 3 sacks. Leading the way for the Vikings on the ground is Jacob Wall, who has 288 yards in 135 carries for an average of 2.1 yards per carry. Through the air, Austin Peterson is 46 out of 108 attempts for 577 yards and 3 touchdowns with 13 interceptions for a quarterback rating of 72.6. Right behind him is Grant DeMoe, who is 9 for 21 for 56 yards and a touchdown for a passer rating of 71.4. The Vikings' leading receiver has been Easton Wedland, who has 11 receptions for 252 yards. He's followed by Cole Parzik, who has 13 catches for 199 yards and 2 touchdowns. Defensively, Parzik leads the way in total tackles with 47.5, while Peterson follows with 39. In addition, the Vikings have 5 players with fumble recoveries, with Schindler capturing 2. And 6 Vikings have interceptions, with Parzik picking off 2. Coming up next, I caught up with Coach Mark Panko at practice a little earlier this week, and we'll get his perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then our broadcast crew will bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's season finale between the Vikings and the Spring Valley Cardinals. All that coming up right after this brief timeout as you're tuned to Viking Preview on NLWN2.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Make moves, set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up, stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Free game to greater things. This is pre-tirement.
Time now for Coach's Corner, with a look at today's Viking football game from the coach's point of view. Now, Coach's Corner.
Today, once again, we're talking with Viking head coach Mark Panko. And Coach, tonight the Vikings will take on the Spring Valley Cardinals in the finale of the 2025 season. But before we talk about that game, let's look back at last weekend when the Vikings were defeated by the Boyceville Bulldogs, who were as good as advertised. Your comments about that game?
Oh, they're a tremendous team. Remind me of my senior year. Quite honestly, I'm happy to say that we went 9 shutouts, 13-0, and that team literally looks just like what we did. They've got all the right athletes. I think we may have surprised them just a little bit if you looked at the end of the game, which if you're going to make that state run, you have to have that now and not in the playoffs when it can really hurt your entire season. So hats off to them. They've got 2 senior leaders out there, and their quarterback and the running back that they've got the right package. I hope they can get the whole thing, and as we said, get that gold slipper in the end. Nothing taken away from them. They're a good team.
Now, in that game, I was kind of impressed with their line play. In fact, offensively, the Viking offense really seemed to struggle as the line seemed to be outmanned by the Bulldogs' size and experience. Your comments?
Oh, 100%. They've got how many seniors on that front line and on both sides of the ball. Their defense line is phenomenal, and I think that's what helps make their defense so good and how they've gotten so many interceptions over this course of the season. And they've been a unit. If you look at it, they've been starting for 2+ years as a unit, and you can tell both offense and defense. I mean, they work well together. There's a lot of line pride.
Now that mismatch seemed, at least to my eye, that is maybe a result of upperclassmen are being simply more developed than the young underclassmen that the Vikings have, even if they're the same size. Yeah. There's just a big difference in the way your body has developed in those couple of years. Your thoughts?
Yeah, there's a phrase called man strength versus boy strength. Yeah. And, I've heard that with my sons who are adult men now, and that's one thing that they would say back in high school. And that's where we're at, Those guys that they have, when you have seniors, that's 4 years in the weight room. That's 4 years in a gym class if they take it seriously. That's 4 years of practices. And that's where we're at with our program. We have one senior again, and that's a broken record. But we have a lot of juniors, and we got some sophomores that are getting there. And we have a lot of freshmen that are getting there too. We need that year of development that our bodies can go through and working out as well.
Now tonight, the Spring Valley Cardinals are coming to Colfax after an upset loss to the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. What can you tell us about the Cardinals?
Well, the Cardinals they're in a down year from what I've experienced in the last couple of years. They still, though, they have won the number one running backs in the league with almost 1,000 yards rushing in 24. Their quarterback is fine. He's not going to be our best quarterback that we've gone against. Honestly, I would relate him close to our Peterson, our AP, quite honestly. But their line has got good size. They have decent line play, and their defensive interior is pretty tenacious. Like I said, they've had a couple losses that they probably should have won, maybe one or two of them. But in the end, they're not your typical Spring Valley team, and I don't want that to come bite us in the butt, but I'm just trying to be honest with you. I think that if we play a full game like we did the last 4 games at certain times, getting back to the Boyceville game, that is the lowest margin of victory they've had all year. They didn't score in the second half, and we actually didn't beat ourselves in that game. So we actually have a lot of positives, even though we took a shellacking. Don't get me wrong. We came away with a lot of positives from that game as well. And if we can put that together against one of the number one teams in the state, and if we can start putting all the other games that we've done really well, we got a heck of a game coming up. And that's what we're looking for out of our kids. Maybe this is that one game that we finally get up over the mountain.
Well, in all of our Viking preview shows, or at least the last few weeks, I've been making the comment that they've shown the things from time to time, but they just haven't shown it in one game. Yes. And so now you just have to pull a little bit from this game and pull a little from that game and have them all happen in the same game.
Yeah, we have to put all the ingredients for this cake put together and get that great end-of-the-year victory cake. Exactly. And, we're okay. We're not too beat up. We unfortunately had to cancel our JV game because we have so many crossover kids. But that extra day, I think, helped us a lot, both mentally and physically.
Now, from what I've been able to gather, the Cardinals' ace is their running back, Asher Turner. You've already alluded to him. He's rushed for nearly 1,000 yards. And if you concentrate on him, be careful. Don't fall asleep on the passing attack, because their quarterback, Mason Winger, has over 600 yards passing. He'll kind of burn you if you're not careful. So what's it going to take to stop him?
Formation recognition is what we're going to be going on again, like we do all season. Quite honestly, our kids in the backfield finally had their blip, in my opinion. Every how can I say? To get better, you always have your incline, you have a little decrease, and then you have a small plateau. This season, our backfield for our defense has been on a constant incline, and we had to step back. We had some blown coverages. We didn't do our job, and so now we got to get back to that plateau at least. We feel that they use their formations a lot to hide a couple of kids, if we can recognize where they are. They also do a lot of passing. It's your dink and dime. They have high completions because it's the quick out route or it's the short slant. And hey, that's a high percentage route. That's a high percentage play that I love to use as well. I'd take advantage of it as well. And I think our kids, though, I think we can read and recognize that like we have all season, and we can take that away.
Now, are there any changes that we should look for in the Viking lineup tonight?
Well, we're going to be moving a couple kids around to try and make plays. You're going to see AP at a different position. You're going to see Wedlin at a different position in certain formations. Defensively, we're sticking to our true and tried. We think that that's been very good all year. And with the offense, again, we're trying to make something happen. And we're trying to put playmakers in positions that they can make plays. And quite honestly, we're also trying some things for next year as well. I mean, we've got nothing to lose. We've got to start seeing what our kids can do.
Now, with this being the final game of the season for the Vikings, how would you evaluate the progress the Vikings have made this year? And you kind of talked about what Boyceville has done by having the same group of kids for a number of years in a row. What's it look like for upcoming seasons?
Well, I'm not going to look at our wins and losses in any way, shape, or form, because what we've been doing on our Sunday nights with our study of this book called Chop Wood, Carry Water, and the love of the process that I've seen our kids go through has been a real big growth, Rick. When I came in here last year as an assistant coach, I told the boys this flat out. I walked home after about our fourth practice, and I told my wife that this is probably the worst team I've ever coached, and I have coached some horrible ones, but that's okay, because we started at the bottom this year and we have done nothing but grow.
I was going to say nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, and we are going up. I'm looking forward to next year. We unfortunately lose Paulie. I would love to have him back for one more year because he'd be a great asset to us next year. But this core group of kids that have been playing a lot this year and last year, I mean, we got a lot of advantage. And we have made a lot of gains. How can I say, if you've watched us and you followed us, you can honestly say, and I would be surprised if you can come in and tell me different, that we have made tremendous growth with young kids that are starting to blossom.
And get a little bit of size with another year of growth, it could make a whole world of difference.
Yeah, and I think so too. And then hopefully having a head coach for the full year in the off season to keep things going, to keep the momentum going, keep tabs on these young men as far as, hey, are you in the weight room? Are you keeping your grades up? That help on the discipline that we need to keep continuing to grow in all of our areas. We're 0-15 with Spring Valley, evidently, from what I just read. I want to get this to be 1-15 so bad.
Well, thank you, Coach Panko, for joining us today on Coach's Corner and all season long, because you've been there. And good luck in tonight's game. And with a supreme effort, maybe the Vikings can come away with that win this year.
I hope so. And I just want to put a shout out. Ryan, Jeff, thanks a lot for following us down in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, all these games. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for keeping tabs on us. And coming up, we'll have more of Viking Preview.
You have been tuned to Coach's Corner with a look at today's Colfax Viking game from the coach's point of view. Stay tuned. More Viking Preview is coming right up.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Welcome back to Viking Preview. Tonight we have the Vikings taking on the Spring Valley Cardinals in a Dunn St. Croix conference game that will wrap up the 2025 season. Now, taking a quick look around the Dunn St. Croix Conference, last week the conference had a full slate of games. In addition to the Boyceville Bulldogs defeating the Vikings 36-0, the Turtle Lake Lakers kept themselves in the conference title race by topping the Webster Tigers in their Dunn St. Croix Lakeland Conference crossover game 35-0. It was the Spring Valley Cardinals falling to the Glenwood City Hilltoppers 27-7, while the Clear Lake Warriors got past the Elmwood Plum City Wolves 20-14. Now, going into the final week of conference play, the Dunn St. Croix Conference standings are as follows. Leading the way at the top are the Boyceville Bulldogs at 6-0. In second place at 5-1 are the Turtle Lake Lakers. Third place belongs to the Spring Valley Cardinals at 4-2, while in fourth place are the 3-3 Glenwood City Hilltoppers. The Clear Lake Warriors are currently in fifth at 2-4, and the 1-5 Elmwood Plum City Wolves are in sixth, and the 0-6 Colfax Vikings hold down seventh place. Tonight, the Dunn St. Croix Conference wraps up conference play with 4 games. In addition to the Vikings playing host to the Spring Valley Cardinals, we find the Boyceville Bulldogs journeying to Turtle Lake to battle the Lakers, with the winner claiming the conference title. Meanwhile, the Clear Lake Warriors will face off with the Glenwood City Hilltoppers in Glenwood City, and the Elmwood Plum City Wolves will host the Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs in their Dunn St. Croix Lakeland Conference crossover game. Tonight, the Vikings have a difficult, although not impossible, task facing the Cardinals. For the Vikings to be competitive in tonight's game, they will need to be sure last week's game is behind them and be at the top of their game on every play. They've shown abilities in all facets of the game, they just haven't done them all in the same game. Tonight, they'll need to. If they can pull all those together, they could find their way to a win this season. That all adds up to some exciting high school football action, and in just a few moments, we'll send it out to our broadcast crew at the Lee Bierquist Athletic Complex at Colfax High School, and we'll have all the play-by-play action for you between the Vikings and the Spring Valley Cardinals. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Preview on NLWN2.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Colfax Vikings here to play. With our hearts on fire, we'll light up the day.
You've been watching Viking Preview on NLWN2 with a look at today's Colfax Viking football game. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking football.
Our time is finally here. When tech goes on the fritz and frustration kicks in, Sladen's technology where you trust he can. From nowhere to backups, we've got what you need. Call us up, we'll plant the seed. Sladen's on the way, your heroes in disguise. For businesses large and small, we're the ultimate prize. 715-864-2833, get the IT help you desire. Call 715-864-2833 today. Yeah, we're the Vikings, hear us roar. Colfax pride, we're ready to soar.
NLWN2, in conjunction with Colfax High School, is proud to present Colfax Viking football.
Colfax Vikings will stand tall, fighting for the win, we'll give our all. With every tackle, with every play, bringing the thunder, we'll seize the day.
Join us right here all season long for Colfax Viking football. And now it's out to the stadium for tonight's Colfax Viking football game.
We're the Colfax Vikings, feel the power we bring.
Welcome to Colfax, final regular season game, final Dun St. Croix conference game of the 2025 season for the Colfax Vikings. Glad you joined us tonight. Tonight's Colfax High School football game is brought to you by Dairy State Bank, where they're banking on relationships. Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for Western Wisconsin. Anderson Bridges, who have been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. Slayton's Technology IT provider for the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Menominee Eye and Optical with quality personalized care for you and your family. Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Comfort food the way Mom used to make it. And the Chippewa Valley Museum, where you can get in touch with the roots of the valley in Carson Park in Eau Claire. We hope you'll thank these fine sponsors by doing business with them soon. They bring you Viking football here on NLWN2.
Speaking of which, the museum has this display about all kinds of monsters and superheroes. That's a traveling exhibit, and I went over and saw it. Boy, did it bring back memories. Anybody who grew up in the late 50s and 60s, and then those things made a comeback later, and boy, oh boy, it will bring back some memories for you.
So, yeah, you want to make sure that you check that out. So the Vikings, let's see, they are still off talking, and they are about to enter the field, and the Spring Valley Cardinals are out already. They are dressed in white jerseys with black numerals and red trim, black pants and white helmets. The Colfax Vikings coming out now. They are in their red jerseys and helmets, white numerals, trim, and pants. Red trim on that as well. So we will let you know here shortly who will be starting with the football.
Yeah, we were both looking at other stuff, and all of a sudden I looked up and they were breaking up the coin toss, and it was already done. So,
and the Vikings coming out on Mom's Night.
That's what it looks like.
They've got each player has their mom or a mom-like adult with them. So special night tonight here as we wrap up the regular season. We will tell you that the officials for tonight's game, the referee is Randy Johnson. The linesmen are Todd Preisel and Nick Sperger. The umpire will be Scott Pelzel. And the back judge is Stan Ridgway.
And place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem by Colfax High School junior Carson Vaness.
Carson Vaness on the national anthem, and that name may sound familiar to those of you who have been watching us. He's done camera work for us in a couple of games. Now back to the public address announcer.
And your Colfax Vikings! For a new scholastic events are an extension of the classroom, and that lessons with our best learn more respect to show to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show during the game. And now let's meet the starting lineups. Introducing the Spring Valley Cardinals, number 3, Mason Winger. Number 7, Jake Hannon. Number 19, Wyatt Smith. Number 20, Colin Brunner. Number 24, Asher Turner. Number 28, Sam Schmidt. Number 51, Toby Schaefer. Number 52, Isaac Tane. Number 54, Aaron Morrow. Number 78, Brayden Gregg. And number 83, Parker Supri. The Cardinals are coached by head coach Ryan Kapping. And now, please welcome to the field, your Colfax Vikings! And a special thank you to all the football moms for their support throughout this season.
Well, Jay, you were right. It was Football Moms Day today. And the moms made a nice path for the Vikings to run out on the field. Viking defense is going to have its hands full tonight. Asher Turner is the running back for the Spring Valley Cardinals. He's approaching 1,000 yards on the season. So a lot of people have had their hands full with him. Looks like Spring Valley is going to be kicking off to the Vikings.
Isaac Koenig is out there with the tee.
And he was practicing during the warm-ups at place kicking and kickoff kicking. Jeremiah York and Cole Parzik are deep for the Vikings.
So here we go. Colfax will be moving left to right as you look on, and of course, Spring Valley the other way. Koning's kick will take a bounce at about the 15-yard line and roll out of bounds where flags fly, and that ball will be reset for the Vikings to start.
Smart move by Jeremiah York. He stood there and watched it go out of bounds. He had it covered in such a way that if Spring Valley got close enough to possibly field it, he could have done something about it, but he let it go out of bounds, giving the Vikings much better field position on the 35.
So the quarterback tonight is Grant Demo, a freshman.
Well, not to start with.
Oh.
It's Austin Peterson out there.
All right, Peterson hands the ball off to Wall. Wall breaks through a hole on right tackle, still running, gets all the way down to the Spring Valley 45-yard line.
20-yard run by Wall.
Well, that's a great way to start out here. 12 seconds gone. Going out on the far side is Axton Call. Peterson up under center. Wall and Paulus in his I backfield. And again, they hand it off to Wall. Wall go right up the middle this time. And Wall will get the ball down to about the 38. So the Colfax first couple of runs here, quite powerful. 11:07 to go here in quarter number one. No score. This is the first drive. Vikings have it. Wide out on the near side is Cole Parzik. And this time, Peterson from the shotgun. Going in motion is Paulus. Makes a deep pitch back to Wall. Wall around the left side. Gets down to and out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And that is another first down for Colfax. So Colfax not messing around at all tonight as far as getting that ball and moving it up the field, up and down the field. Vikings over on the far side hash marks. Parzak comes on this side, near side, as Peterson under center gives it to the first back through. That's Grant Paulus. And Paulus will be stopped for no gain. 10:15 to go, first quarter, no score between the Colfax Vikings and the Spring Valley Cardinals. And let's see, Peterson back in the gun, takes a snap. Fires on the near side. He was looking to connect with Easton Wedland. And the ball slipped through his hands. Incomplete. Third and about 10. 9:54 remains in the first quarter. Jay Fall, Rick Olson, Dan Petshaw, Michael Christensen with you from the Lee Bjorkquist Athletic Facility here at Colfax High School. Final Dunn St. Croix game of the season for both of these squads. Spring Valley coming in with a conference mark of 4-2 in third place in the conference. 4-4 on the season. And it is Peterson sending a man in motion now over to the right slot, and pitch goes back to Wall, and he has a big hole off right tackle, pushed into the red zone. He was knocked down by Aaron Morrow, and that is going to be a first down again for Colfax.
Gain of about 11 on that play. Wall has had runs of 20, 8, 8, and 11. That's a good way to start the game.
Sure is. Deuce Kaker was the man that made that stop for Spring Valley. He's a senior playing tonight. Peterson up under center and hands the ball off to Paulus. Paulus trying to find a hole off right tackle, and he is met at the line of scrimmage by Spring Valley's Isaac Koenig.
Got about 2.
So that pushes the ball down to the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8 as Colfax, well, I'd have to say probably their best opening drive of the season. Now Peterson up under center. I backfield. Handoff goes to Wall. Wall left tackle, off left tackle this time. Down inside the 10, and he should have enough for a Viking first down. Although they're going to mark it right at the 10. Let's see. It's a couple of yards short. 3rd and 3. 8.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. As Peterson under center. High backfield, single wideouts. Peterson gives to Wall. Wall makes a cut toward the middle from the left side.
He's close.
Yeah, that looks like about the 7-yard line, and that should be, well.
They're going to mark it about a yard short. Yeah. They're on the 8.
4th and 1 from the 8-yard line. And the Vikings, the way they have been moving, have only went in the wrong direction once. Figuring they can pick up this yard. Going for it. 7:38 left. Peterson looking around. He's up under center. Peterson hands off to Wall. Wall dives right up the middle and should have enough. It looks like he's close to the 6. That's plenty for the first down. Let's see where they mark it and what the officials say. First down, Vikings. First and goal, Vikings.
Wall needed one, and he thought, you know what, I'm going to get one extra just in case.
An insurance yard. 7:20 left. Peterson under center, single wideouts. Eye set. And hands it off to Wall. Wall off right tackle, powering his way. Touchdown Vikings!
Just power up the middle that time by Wall.
So the Vikings cap off an excellent opening drive.
65-yard drive in 11 plays. Nice methodical drive down the field.
With lots of Jacob Wall. And some Grant Paulus sprinkled in there as well. Vikings are going to go for 2 from that same set that they scored the touchdown out of. They give it to Wall. Wall cuts inside. He's in for 2. And so the 2-point conversion is good. 7:07 remains here in quarter number 1. It's Colfax 8, Spring Valley nothing. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
If you have a high-deductible health plan, opening a health savings account at Dairy State Bank will allow you to save tax-free dollars to pay for a long list of health-related services allowed by the IRS. Dairy State Bank HSAs are serviced locally and work like a regular checking account. You can use a debit card or check to pay for expenses and access your account through online or mobile banking. Visit DairyStateBank.com to learn more about HSAs and online or mobile banking. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
NLWN2 invites you to join us in our time machine and journey back to the 1860s for some vintage baseball with the Menominee Blue Caps. Our next broadcast will be on Monday, October 20th, as the Blue Caps will take on the Sand Creek 9 from Fall Fest in Sand Creek, Wisconsin. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. That's Vintage Baseball, Monday, October 20th on NLWN2.
And with that Blue Caps game coming up on Monday that we're going to be carrying, actually it's going to be 2 games, we can finally hang up baseball for the season. Kind of looks like the Brewers are thinking the same way.
Well, let's hope not. Let's hope not, but
well,
I got my
Dodgers,
hat on. It
yes,
hasn't helped the other 3 nights, but.
And the Dodgers have not won 4 yet.
And the Vikings with a good kickoff. It's taken at the 14-yard line. And coming up the field with it is Sam Schmidt. And Schmidt is stopped at about the 32-yard line. So Grant Cook getting a fist bump from the coaches after that good offensive drive, great offensive drive by the Vikings. Also on that offensive line are Sam Ralph, James Wall, Zach Lirno, Logan Hedela.
You know, the Viking defense has played fairly well all year. The scores don't show it, but they've been put in bad positions. And if they can continue that, this could turn into a very interesting game.
Winger hands the ball off to, I think that's Schmidt. No, 20, Colin Bruner.
No, that was 28.
That was Schmidt. So he grinds out a couple of yards, gets the ball up to about the 34. 6:35 remains in the first quarter. Colfax 8, Spring Valley nothing. And Hennick up under center. Backs are split. And the handoff goes to Asher Turner, the other running back. And Turner will push the ball up to about the 40. Actually, they're going to spot it on the 39. So it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Cardinals. As we've mentioned, this is the final game of the 2025 campaign for the Colfax Vikings. And we'll be covering boys and girls basketball, and we'll tell you more about that as the night goes on.
3rd and 3.
Winger. And the left side of the Colfax defensive line moved. Let's see if they were encouraged. Nope, offside, Colfax. So that is going to be a 5-yard penalty for the Vikings and a first down for Spring Valley. So I'm going to put the ball up at the 44-yard line. 5:40 remains here in the first quarter. Colfax 8, Spring Valley nothing. Very wide. Jake Hannock on the near side here.
Matched up with Peterson.
Handoff goes to the deep back, and that is Bruner down the sidelines. He's still running. No, that's Schmidt. And Schmidt brought down finally at the 21-yard line. Schmidt got open and scurried down the sidelines, bringing several Vikings with him. So that's a big gain for the Spring Valley Cardinals, as they are 1st and 10 down on the Colfax 21.
35-yard pickup.
Hannock goes out to the far side this time. Backfield, Mason Winger, the quarterback. And Winger hands the ball off to Asher Turner. Turner only gets about 1. He gets up to the 20. 4:43 to go in the first. Colfax up 8-0. Spring Valley on their first drive of the night. So play coming in from the Spring Valley sidelines. This time they add Sam Schmidt in a slot on the right, and there is a lone back. That's Turner in the backfield with Winger. And Winger gets the handoff. He'll come to the short side, and he is wrestled down at the 15-yard line. So Spring Valley will grind out a few more. It'll be 3rd down and about 4. Ball is on the 15-yard line. Coming in with the play, quarterback Mason Winger. Hannock and Schmidt on the far side. In tight on the near side is Blake Bengston. And Winger under center will hand the ball off to Turner. And Turner cuts against the grain and into the end zone. Touchdown, Spring Valley.
And welcome to the track meet.
So now the score 8-6.
Big stop, Colfax, here we go!
And coming in, Winger with the play for the 2-point conversion as Spring Valley tries to tie this one up. And a 2-point conversion attempt. Winger under center will give the ball to Sam Schmidt, and Schmidt's in for 2. So the 3:16 remains.
From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
Tomorrow it's a Carson Park celebration as the Chippewa Valley Museum along with the Chippewa Valley Theater Guild are partnering to conjure up some ghoulishly fun, family-friendly Halloween festival. Activities include s'mores, performances of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by the Theater Guild, flashlight scavenger hunt, Halloween cartoons, and the Bat Cave. This takes place tomorrow, 2 to 5 at the Chippewa Valley Museum. We'll have the number to call for more information in just a bit here. Colfax takes the kickoff from Spring Valley.
That was York.
And York gets it up to the about the 25-yard, 24-yard line.
Yeah, somewhere right in that neighborhood.
So call the Chippewa Valley Museum for reservations for that or for more information, 715-834-7871.
That does sound like a good time.
Yeah. So the wide out on the near side is Parzik. And the quarterback, Peterson, up under center. And that ball, all kinds of action in the backfield. Wall, okay, and Wall ended up with it. He'll get to the 28.
So 2nd and 7 for the Vikings.
2nd and 7, okay. Peterson in the pistol with trips on the near side, looking toward that trio. Peterson is going to take it himself, and
that's going to be intentional grounding, and there goes the flag.
So we'll have a penalty for the Vikings. And Spring Valley not letting the drive happen the way the first one did for Colfax. Well, now they wave the flag off. Okay, so there is no penalty, so it's 3rd down and 7. And Peterson up under center gives the ball to Wall. Wall is the deep back in that eye, and he's stopped at the 25. So he's going to lose a couple. And that is going to bring up 4th and 9. And so stepping back to punt, Grant Paulus. Deep to receive for the Cardinals is Sam Schmidt. He's standing at about the 43-yard line. Grant DeMoe steps in, steps out, and they snap it to DeMoe. And
there should be a flag, and they're not going to call it. They yanked on his arm. I can't believe he didn't get called. That was clearly at least defensive holding, if not pass interference.
Well, officially, it's a turnover to Spring Valley on downs.
That's right. It's not a penalty if they don't throw the flag.
So ball is on the 25-yard line of Colfax for Spring Valley. Jake Hannock wide on the far side this time. Mason Winger, junior quarterback for Spring Valley, up under center. Valley also going from the I formation. Pitch goes back to Asher Turner. Turner sweeping around the far side is forced out of bounds near the 15-yard line. Actually, it might be a little sooner than that. Let's see. So it looks like 2nd and about 2. There's 1:34 remaining here in the first quarter. We are tied at 8 apiece. Schmidt wide this time for Spring Valley. From the pistol, and handed off to Schmidt, who came over from that far side trying to make the cut. Won't work. Tripped up on the play by Colfax's Austin Peterson.
Should give him a first down.
Yep, it does. Ball on the 14, so it'll be 1st and 10.
Nice open field tackle that time by Peterson.
1:20 remaining in the first quarter. Cardinals come up to the line. And Winger fades over to pass, fires into the end zone. Caught, touchdown, Spring Valley to Brady Lamb.
He had Lamb wide open just outside the end zone, caught it and turned it upfield and got the touchdown. 14-yard touchdown pass.
Minute 1 remains, first quarter. Spring Valley going for 2 once again. Winger in the shotgun. Winger hands it off to Asher Turner. Turner into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. And so a minute 1 remains here in the first quarter. It's Spring Valley 16, Colfax 8. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
Rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
NLWN TV is excited to bring you Colfax High School girls basketball. Our first game will be on Tuesday, November 18th, when the Vikings will travel to Hammond, Wisconsin to take on the St. Croix Central Panthers. Live coverage on NLWN TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:45 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking girls basketball on NLWN TV on Tuesday, November 18th.
We'll conquer it all!
Welcome back. Spring Valley to kick to Colfax for the second time in this quarter here. And that ball taken over by York. York on the far sidelines. This time we'll push the ball up to the 30, across the 30-yard line. Nope, they're going to place it right on the 30, it looks like. Decent run back for the Vikings. 56 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Colfax.
I guess this is the epitome of the ball sitting on the 30 because it's the tail of the ball that's on the 30.
So Colfax breaking the huddle with the play.
Peterson still at quarterback.
And backfield in an I formation. It's Paulus and Wall. And handoff goes to Paulus. He's the up back in that I. He'll grind it out for maybe one. Second and 9 for the Vikings. 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. Vikings to reel off one more play here before the quarter comes to an end. Peterson, deep pitch back to Wall. Wall coming around the near side, one-on-one, and was swung out of bounds by Colin Bruner.
He did get back to the line of scrimmage.
So it's 3rd and 9. 12.4 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Spring Valley out in front of Colfax 16-8.
DeMoe is checked into the lineup for the Vikings. He's at quarterback.
DeMoe takes a snap, looks over, fires over the middle, and that one was nearly picked off by Spring Valley. Wyatt Smith, one of the defensive backs, got his hands on it, and now Colfax looking at 4th down and long. 7.6 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Grant Paulus back to punt. He's standing back at about the 20. Sam Schmidt is on the Spring Valley 37, and we have whistles.
We have flags. We have an encroachment on Spring Valley, I believe.
And that is the signal from referee Randy Johnson. And they will get another punt. Put Spring Valley 5 yards further back, at least from where the snap is. Good snap. Paulus gets off a good punt. It'll be taken by Schmidt at the 24. Schmidt heading toward the far sidelines, looking to make the cut. And we got a penalty flag flying on this side of the field where they took Schmidt down along the sidelines over there.
I think we're going to get an illegal block by Spring Valley.
Yep, that's the signal. And that is as the first quarter comes to an end. So at the end of the first, the Spring Valley Cardinals have 16. The Colfax Vikings have 8. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
It's getting to that time of year again. Time for NLWN TV and NLWN 2 to present our Halloween Spooktacular 2025. Join us at 7 p.m. on Halloween night by the light of the jack-o'-lantern as we bring you some of the best in Halloween-themed old-time radio programs, including Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy, Inner Sanctum Mysteries, and we'll wrap things up with the classic Halloween show of all time with Orson Welles' production of The War of the Worlds. So join me on our Halloween Spooktacular at 7 p.m. Halloween night on NLWN TV and NLWN 2.
Midwest Environmental Consultants, your partner and guide. From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there. Call 608-468-2067 and let's get started. You deserve the best.
Menominee Eye Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eyewear for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality personalized care for you and your family.
Ready to begin quarter number 2. Spring Valley will start with the ball on their own 14-yard line. Leading Colfax 16-8. Their quarterback, junior Mason Winger. Winger up under center. One back behind him. And he will keep it himself, it looks like, and will not get nowhere, yep.
Actually, it was Turner. Somehow he handed it off to Turner.
Oh.
But he also got nowhere.
So second down and 10, 11 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. Grant Paulus is our Viking profile player that will be featured at halftime. Jake Hannick and Sam Schmidt out on the near side. for Spring Valley. Winger up under center and hands the ball off to Asher Turner.
There is a penalty marker down.
And Turner stopped by a host of Vikings at about the 20, but let's see what the penalty's all about. It's
a hold.
Hold on Spring Valley.
That'll be half the distance to the goal.
So join us on NLWN TV on Tuesday, November 18th for Colfax Viking girls basketball. The Vikings will open their 25-26 season by traveling to St. Croix Central to take on the Panthers. Our coverage begins with Viking pregame at 6:45, followed by live play-by-play action. Viking girls basketball, that on NLWN TV.
Penalty put him back to the 8-yard line.
Winger fires a screen pass out to the far side, and that's caught by Blake Bankston, and he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage, so Spring Valley loses even more.
Back about the 5-yard line, so it's going to be a loss of 3 on that screen pass.
So 3rd and long for the Cardinals. 19 to go. Winger under center. Winger hands the ball off immediately to Asher Turner. Turner comes out of the backfield and gets up to about the 12, and then he is chopped down. And that will leave the Cardinals 4th and about 12, and they'll be punting, likely from their own end zone.
Vikings looking to get pretty good field position out of this one.
Now the Cardinals face 4th and 11 against this Vikings defense.
Let's go! And a winger back at the goal line gets a good snap. It is going to be taken by Cole Parzik. Parzik heading to the far sidelines, and he's piled on at the 34-yard line. So good field position for the Vikings to start their opening drive here of the second quarter. And let's see, we've got
a Spring Valley player not getting up.
Yeah, and so while they are tending to him, we will take a break. 9:21 remaining second quarter. It's Spring Valley 16, Colfax 8. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
Colfax Vikings, we wear that crown.
NLWN 2 is proud to present Colfax High School boys basketball. Our first game will be on Tuesday, December 2nd, when the Vikings travel to Durand to face the Durand, Arkansas Panthers. Live coverage on NLWN2 begins with Viking pregame at 6:45 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking boys basketball on NLWN2 on Tuesday, December 2nd.
The injured Cardinal was Blake Bankston. He was the sophomore running back that caught that pass earlier that didn't get them anywhere. And now the Colfax Vikings going to work.
Excellent field position.
From the 35.
And that's the Cardinal 35.
Peterson in the pistol, flags flying. That handed off to Wall. Wall gets down to the 35-yard line. But it's probably going to come back here as it is a false start on Colfax. 9:15 to go in the first quarter. It's Spring Valley 16, Colfax 8. Jay Fall, Rick Olson, Dan Pecha, and Michael Christensen with you from Colfax.
Well, they declined the penalty.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Colfax. Line of scrimmage still the 35-yard line. Peterson back into the huddle now. They break it. Peterson will go up under center. We got Paulus and Wall in the backfield in the I. Pitch goes back to Wall. Wall gets a block, comes around the near side, down to the 30-yard line. And
maybe down as far as the 28.
Yeah. So a pickup of about 7 on that one. It'll be 3rd and 3 on a nice run for the Vikings. 8:48 left second quarter. 16-8 is the score. Parzik on the far side. Call on the near side. Peterson again up under center. I formation. Hand off to Wall. Wall met pretty quickly by Wyatt Smith, a senior defensive back from Spring Valley or for Spring Valley. He's going to get maybe a half of it or 2/3 of it. It's 4th and 1 for the Vikings. Ball on the 20.
About the 26.
26, yeah. Parzik on the far side, call on the near side. Peterson up under center. Wall and Parzik, and they hand it to Paulus, And Paulus stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be a loss for Colfax and gives the Spring Valley Cardinals the ball back on down. 7:48 to go in the second quarter. Spring Valley with a 16-8 lead. The volleyball regional tournament begins tomorrow. Vikings will compete in the McDonald Central section. Vikings will host the Shawamigan Screaming Eagles in regional competition getting underway at 7 p.m. So the Spring Valley Cardinals with their field general, Mason Winger, up under center. Lots of action in the backfield. Winger's going to hang on to it himself. He'll go around the left end, the far side, and get the ball up to about the 34. So that's a 6-yard pickup on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4.
That was a little bit of a read option action that time by Winger. Put the ball out and then decided to pull it back and take it himself.
2nd and 4, 7:10 left. Winger up under center. One setback. And getting the call, Asher Turner. Turner down the far sidelines, and he's twirled out of bounds at the Colfax 45.
I think they're marking it at the 48.
Yeah. Although they were unpiling bodies a few yards up. 1st and 10, Spring Valley on the Colfax 48. 6:50 remaining, or 6:52. And Winger gives it to Turner. And Turner up the middle leaves some Viking defenders getting up pretty slow as he carries the ball down to the Colfax 39-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 1, 6.5 minutes remaining, second quarter. Spring Valley 16, Colfax 8.
Turner showed that he is what's advertised. He's a strong runner. Ran through a couple tackles that time.
Winger up under center, 3 backs. And it goes to 44. That is Blake Bengston. Bengston free dives forward to the 15-yard line and brought Axton Call, who finally brought him down with him. That is a first down for the Cardinals at the 15-yard line of Colfax, inside 6 minutes remaining here in the second quarter.
23-yard pickup by Bankston.
Grant Paulus is our profile player at halftime, so we invite you to stay tuned for that. Clock ticking down. Jake Hannock comes to the near side as Winger again is up under center. And the handoff goes to Asher Turner, and the Vikings had that sniffed out well. They stopped him for no gain. In fact, they may have pushed him back. Well, let's see. 16
I believe that was
line.
Grant Paulus that met him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
And just wrapped him up.
5 minutes to go, second quarter. Winger looking around. Has him set. Everybody in tight for Spring Valley. And it looks like we've got a handoff to Asher Turner, who was looking like he might throw an option pass, but a lot of Vikings got there. And one that is
slow to get up.
Yeah, very.
That's Jacob Wall. Turner got 1 yard on the play. They're going to mark it at the 15.
And we have an official's timeout for him to be looked at. And we'll take a break. 16-8, Spring Valley leads Colfax. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
We come from a long line of farmers, and there's a sense of pride, but there's also a significant amount of pressure.
Farmers have to take care of their physical and their mental health, because what's a farm without a farmer?
Watching the sun come up, that's my time. I can have a cup of coffee, and every day is a new opportunity.
That's cool. Yeah.
Don't forget to check in on yourself. Love your mind.
Jacob Wall gets up and looks kind of gingerly on his ankle.
He's in right now. He's walking kind of gingerly.
And he's getting some support from Jaden Morgan on the sidelines, and Spring Valley comes back
down from behind.
Now 4th and 7 for Spring Valley, 4:18 and counting, second quarter, 16-8. Spring Valley with the lead, and Spring Valley will be attempting a 30-yard field goal. And
that's Isaac Koenig to try the kick.
And Koenig's kick is good. So the score with 3:52 remaining in the second quarter, Spring Valley 19, Colfax 8. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own, a place that I call home, this place that I call home.
Welcome back. 3:52 remains here in the first half. Spring Valley after a 30-yard field goal by Isaac Koenig. Kicking off to the Vikings once again, and Isaac will go right back to work here. And gets a good kick. It'll be taken at the 11-yard line by Jeremiah York. Goes to the far side, and he is wrestled down at the 27-yard line. I believe he was stopped on the play by Landon Forster, I think. 26. There isn't a 26. We'll say Sam Schmidt.
Why not? We've
Because
said
that's
it for
the
everything
closest,
else.
yeah.
And it is kind of hard to tell the difference between a 6 and an 8.
And the Vikings will try to get this game tighter here. Quarterback is Austin Peterson. He's under center. Backs in an eye, single wideouts each side. Pitch goes back to Jacob Wall.
No,
and
it's not Wall.
Oh, sorry, that's
a
Ethan
face mask.
Schindler.
And he kept the flag in his pocket. Ethan Schindler on the carry.
And the Viking faithful not happy with that one at all. Right
Well,
in front
I saw
of
it
the
up
official.
here. He had a pretty good grab of the face mask.
So it's 2nd and 5 for the Vikings. Peterson, ready, and Grant Paulus moved.
Took a little step.
So that 5 yards is going to be wiped out. False start by Colfax. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I'm sure Schindler's saying, come on, man. I worked so hard for that.
3 minutes to go, second quarter. Call coming out on the near side. And Peterson under center. And that ball handed off to Paulus, and he will get maybe one.
If that.
Well, we'll call it no gain, 3rd and 10. 2:25 to go, second quarter. 19-8, Spring Valley with a lead. So DeMo in at quarterback now. Takes the snap and tries to find either Peterson or
I think he was throwing for Parzik,
yeah.
who wasn't looking for the ball.
So now it brings up 4th and 10, and we have 2 minutes and 1 second to go here in the second quarter. And so Grant Paulus is standing back at the 15, awaiting the punt snap, and we have a timeout called by Colfax. 2:01 to go, second quarter. It's Spring Valley Cardinals 19, the Colfax Vikings 8. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over. Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
The Viking cross-country runners will compete in the WIAA sectional meet on Saturday, October 25th at Unity High School in Balsam Lake, with action beginning at 2 p.m.
I think that's the 16th. Yeah, that would.
And that.
Well, that would have been. It must be the 25th. Somehow the 16 didn't get erased on that. Oh, well.
All right, somewhere in there.
The 25th. And the way the trees are now, that'd be a nice drive up to Balsam Lake to watch some cross-country running.
And Paulus gets the kickoff. Takes a high bounce. It's fielded at the 40-yard line by Spring Valley's Sam Schmidt. Schmidt heading toward the sidelines. He's to the 40 and runs down one of the down marking stakes over at the far side.
They're going to put it on the 37, it looks like.
Minute 49 remains here in the second quarter. So volleyball tournament action starts tomorrow. Vikings competing in the McDonald Central section. Vikings hosting the Shawamigan Screaming Eagles in competition at the regional. That getting underway at 7. So Jake Hannock coming out to the near side.
In fact, they've got 4 receivers split out wide to the near side.
And the throw down the near side, looking for Asher Turner, who didn't even turn around and look for it.
He did earlier, but then he turned to try and get some separation, and the ball almost hit him in the back of the head.
So it'll be second down and 10. 1:43 to go second quarter. Grant Paulus is our Viking profile player at halftime. We invite you to stay tuned and watch that. Second and 10. Mason Winger. Winger hands the ball off to Asher Turner. Turner going up the middle, piled on by the Vikings, but he, depending on his spot, he may have enough for the first down.
It's real close. They're going to move the sticks.
Okay, first down, Spring Valley. Minute 34 to go, second quarter.
In fact, they're going to mark it an 11-yard gain for Turner.
Inside a minute and a half. Winger from the shotgun, whistles and flags. And it's a false start on Spring Valley, so it's going back 5. Be sure to join us on Monday right here on NLWN2 as our coverage of vintage baseball wraps up for 2025 when we bring you the Menominee Blue Caps facing the Sand Creek 9 at the Fall Fest in Sand Creek. Coverage begins on Monday at 7 p.m.
There's another team there as well known as the Red Rovers, and so we'll have that game as well.
That's on NLWN2. Handoff goes to Asher Turner. Nearly tripped up, but finishing him off was Cole Parzik as he gets down to the 24-yard line. And we have a timeout, Spring Valley. 52 seconds remaining in the first half. It's Spring Valley 19, Colfax 8. You're watching Viking football on NLWN2. 52.1 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Spring Valley leads 19-8. Spring Valley coming back onto the field. They took the timeout. 2nd down and 8. So Mason Winger, the Cardinals quarterback, was up under center. Baxon and I, one wide out near side. Handoff goes to Sam Schmidt. Schmidt taken down in the backfield. And a penalty flag comes out. Well, I thought it was a penalty flag, maybe not. Nope, timeout Spring Valley. 43.6 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's 19-8 Spring Valley. And we will take a quick break. We'll be back. NLWN 2.
All right, look at you taking the stairs. Who are you?
We're your lungs. We are proud of you for quitting smoking, but you still may be at risk for lung cancer.
A routine cancer scan can detect it early when it's more curable. Good to know. Well, I gotta go somewhere.
So do we.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Go Red! Big power, here we go!
Not going to get the ba-ba-ba.
No, we're not going to get the bump-bums out of it.
43.6 seconds to go. Single wideouts. Winger from the shotgun. Throws it out in the flat, and the pass is dropped by Asher Turner, incomplete. So it'll be 4th down and 12. Spring Valley leading 19-8, and there's 38.6 seconds to go.
It'd be about a 45 or 46-yard field goal attempt, and looks like they're going to try it.
Yep, Isaac Koenig coming out to try to kick that. It will be a 45-yard attempt. His holder is Jake Hannock. And the kick is up, and it is no good. 34 seconds to go, second quarter. Spring Valley 19, Colfax 8. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at Saved by...
34 seconds to go, second quarter. DeMoe throws one over the middle. It was intended for Axton Call, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
And DeMoe got kind of lit up after he got rid of that ball. As did whoever else was back there with him.
And we have a timeout called now by Colfax.
So we'll keep it here. I'm just taking a quick look here at the running yardage for Asher Turner, because he was about 98 yards short of a 1,000-yard season, and he's not there yet, I don't think. Let's see here. He had 38 yards in the first quarter. He might be there. He's about, I'm counting up to 72 so far, 73, 75, 86, 93. He's really close.
Yeah.
I've got him with 93 yards rushing in the first half. He needed 98, so he needs a 5-yard gain, and he'll go over 1,000 yards. I think we'll wait till the second half for that.
Viking girls basketball season opener. DeMo again, shotgun over the middle, and he threw it right to Spring Valley's Wyatt Smith. So the Spring Valley Cardinals will have a chance for a play or two here. But they come up to the line of scrimmage. Everybody's in tight. Asher Turner is the back to the left. Handoff faked. Throwing over the middle, wide open, and through his hands, number 33, Brady Lamb. 15.7 seconds to go.
And we have a penalty on the play. There was a hold against Spring Valley.
.7 seconds left. And we're going to have that 10 yards marched off against the Cardinals.
Let's go defense, strip the ball. Woo! Big play of the season, do it!
Pair of wideouts, far side, single on the near side. Winger keeps. Goes to the left side, still running free. 25-20, brought down inside the 20-yard line. 7 seconds to go here in the second quarter. That's a 1st and 10 for the Spring Valley Cardinals. And Spring Valley takes a timeout. And we will keep it here. So Tuesday, November 18th, Colfax Viking girls basketball opens their over to St. Croix Central High School in Hammond to take on the Panthers. Our coverage begins with Viking pregame at 6:45, followed by live play-by-play action. Viking girls basketball will be on NLWN TV. We'll have the boys on NLWN 2.
And that'll start in early December. I want to say it's December 2nd, but I'm not positive on the date. I do know that they're going down to Durand to take on the Durand, Arkansas Panthers. And that's right before that big tournament that the boys playing over at UW Stout. And same day, December 6th, 7th, something like that. They'll be playing, the girls will be at the McPhee Fayed facility at UW Eau Claire.
Colfax brings their defenders in. And a pass over on the far sidelines. That one intended for Colin Bruner, and that one incomplete. Again, Spring Valley has dropped a bunch of throws tonight.
I was just going to say the Vikings have gotten some help with the Spring Valley wide receivers not being able to hang on to the ball. They're going to try a field goal here of about 36 yards.
With 0.6 of a second on the second quarter clock. And this is a 36-yarder. That one goes through, and it is good. So as time expires here in the first half, the Spring Valley Cardinals lead the Colfax Vikings 22-8. We invite you to stay tuned for our halftime programming, and that is coming your way next here on...
Elmo's daddy taught him that when he has a big feeling like being frustrated, humming a song can help you feel better. We all have big feelings, and we are all here for one another. Love your mind.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's Viking Profile and other halftime entertainment.
My name's Stacy, I'm 57, and I was adopted in 2020. One teen can come in and make you look at life in a whole different way.
You know, he's my father, so I look up to him a lot. If I can be 10% of the man he is, I'll be a happy person for sure.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we get to know one of this season's Colfax Viking players. And now Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're talking with Grant Paulus, who is a senior here at Colfax High School. And Grant, we know that you play football, but are there any other activities that you're involved with here at school?
I do some powerlifting, and I play baseball.
Okay, all right. And when did you start playing football, and what kind of an experience has that been for you?
I started playing flag football, and then eventually I got into high school football, and it's been a pretty good experience so far.
And what's the most important thing that you've learned playing football?
Be a team, pick each other up.
Okay, so when you're not playing football or you're not here at school, what are some other things that keep you interested or occupied?
I like hunting and fishing.
Get outside, enjoy the outside?
Yep.
And, of course, during the football season, those woods are calling to you, aren't they?
Yep.
All right, our signature questions. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Chocolate chip cookies.
Very good. Burgers, brats, or hot dogs?
Hot dogs.
What do you want on that dog?
Just ketchup.
Just ketchup. Just a dog with some ketchup on it.
Yep.
Is smothered or just drizzled?
Just drizzled.
Okay, all right. Your favorite NFL team?
Lions.
Okay, all right. And your favorite college team?
Ohio.
Ohio State?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Now, if you could sit down and talk with any football person, whether it's a player, a coach, or somebody else involved with football from any time period at all, who might that be and why?
Aaron Rodgers. He just seems pretty wise because he's old.
The man knows the game.
Yep.
Okay. All right, this is the tough part. If you had a superpower, what do you think that might be?
Freeze ray. Like, freeze ice out of my hands.
Okay, all right. So if you could shoot freeze rays to freeze things, you have to have a superhero name to go with it. What do you think that might be?
Super G.
Super G. Okay, I thought you might go with the Iceman, but that Super G works. All right, we're talking with Grant Paulus today on Viking Profile. How about a shout out to your family?
I like to shout out all of my parents, and I'd like to just say thank you for supporting me and coming to most of all my games.
And when people come to games, remind them what number you're going to wear and where we're going to find you on the field.
I'm wearing number 9, and I will be on defense as defensive end and on offense as H-back. I'll be playing tailback, and I'll be kind of split out for a wide receiver, and I'll be kicking.
Anywhere on the field, right?
Yep.
Okay, we want to thank Grant Paulus for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been tuned to Viking Profile, where we get to know one of this season's Colfax Viking players. This has been a production of NLWN2. Now more Viking Halftime entertainment.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
In the heart of this city, where the rivers flow, Anderson bridges, they're the stars of the show. Since '89, building dreams with steel, prefabricated wonders made to appeal. For the kids on their bikes, for the lovers who stroll, these bridges unite, they make us feel whole. Every span a promise, every beam a chance, creating connections in a timeless dance. Bridges of tomorrow standing proud and tall, for pedestrians and bicycles welcoming all. Snowmobiles racing under the winter's bright sky. Anderson bridges, where dreams never die. Family owned, with a heart that's sincere, building pathways to the future, year after year. From golf courses to highways, they bridge the divide. TV and UTV, ready for the ride. Strong like their heritage, crafted with love. Anderson bridges, they're a blessing from above. Every trust tells a story of lives that entwine. A network of memories where hopes brightly shine. Hand in hand we gather on these paths that they laid. In the fabric of our lives, their legacy made. Bridges of tomorrow standing proud and tall, for pedestrians and bicycles welcoming all. Snowmobiles racing under the winter's bright sky. Anderson bridges, where dreams never die. Family owned, with a heart that's sincere, building pathways to the future, year after year. Through storms and through sunshine, they stand day and night, a testament to strength, to engineering light. Every location whispers a tale from the past, oh, of joy and of journeys, together they last. So here's to the builders, the dreamers, the doers, creating connections, the clever and the movers, handcrafted with care, with community pride. Anderson bridges, let's take this ride. Bridges of tomorrow standing proud and tall, for pedestrians and bicycles welcoming all. Snowmobiles racing under the winter's bright sky. Anderson bridges, where dreams never die. Family owned, with a heart that's sincere, building pathways to the future, year after year. So here's to the journey, let's lift our cheers high. To Anderson bridges, where our spirits will fly. Since 1989, they've paved the way clear, for connections that matter, for all who hold dear. In bridges and dreams, we find common ground. Together we thrive in this love we have found.
moms and dads. What you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do,
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime on NLWN 2. Now back to the stadium for second half action.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
And we're back here at the Lee Bierquist Athletic Complex in Colfax, where the Spring Valley Cardinals lead the Vikings 22-8 as we're getting ready to start the second half. Taking a look at the leaders for each team. For the Vikings, on the ground, Jacob Wall has led the way with 12 carries for 89 yards. Through the air, the Viking quarterbacks are struggling a little bit, 0 for 7 with an interception. For the Spring Valley Cardinals on the ground, they're being led by Turner. That's Asher Turner. He's carried the ball 15 times for 94 yards. That leaves him just 4 yards shy of the 1,000-yard mark for the season. And Sam Schmidt has also carried it 5 times for 38 yards. Through the air, Winger is 2 for 5 for 11 yards and a touchdown. And that's the way we're leading it, Jay, in the first half. And we'll have to see what happens in the second half.
Yeah, the Vikings had their most impressive drive of the season, I think, that started this one off and gave them the lead 8-0. And unfortunately, it hasn't come together again after that.
No, Spring Valley made some adjustments and kind of shut Jacob Wall down. He still has broken some big yardage. In fact, Asher Turner's the guy who came in with all the headlines for Spring Valley. 12 for 89 versus 15 for 94. Looks to me like they're having a pretty break-even day between the two of them. Now, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, the Vikings will be kicking to the Cardinals to start the second half.
Yes, I believe that is true. 22-8 is our score as we start the second half.
By the
Spring
way,
Valley with a lead.
Jay did inform me that I was correct. This doesn't happen a lot. So he informed me that I was correct in my remembrances of the Viking boys season opener for basketball. It is on December 2nd.
It is,
and it's down at Durand against the Durand, Arkansas Panthers. So I get one. Okay.
Well, Rick is the main play-by-play man for the girls, and I've got the boys with one game of exception. And, you know, in the winter, all kinds of crud is going around, so, you know, that ends up getting in there too. But we hope that you'll follow the Viking basketball varsity teams with us. Boys on NLWN 2, girls on NLWN TV.
By the way, Jaden Morgan was being checked out by the EMTs throughout most of halftime, sitting on the Viking bench, and he's still sitting there.
And Colfax kicks off, and it is taken by Colin Bruner.
And he kind of spun out in the third turn there.
So the Spring Valley Cardinals will start at the 30-yard line, and you got two right now with the kickoff, remembering the kickoff.
Boy, I'm on a streak. Time to buy that lottery ticket.
Yeah, there you go.
28-yard line for the Cardinals.
So the Vikings going to try to make some adjustments here and keep Valley out of the end zone. Spring Valley's quarterback is Mason Winger, a junior. He's up under center, and he'll hand the ball off to Sam Schmidt, and a penalty flag goes flying in there, and Schmidt is still running. He is brought to the ground by Grant DeMoe of the Vikings after he gets a first down, but it's coming back, holding on the Cardinals.
That should back it up to about the 19-yard line.
So 10 seconds off the clock here in the third quarter. And the Cardinals backing up a bit. Mason Winger up under center. Everybody in tight for the Cardinals. As that ball handed off to Turner. And Turner will pick up about 5, get the ball to the 24-yard line. So 2nd and 15 for the Spring Valley Cardinals. 11-11 remaining, third quarter. Jay Fall, Rick Olson, Dan Petshaw, and Michael Christensen with you tonight.
According to my numbers, that should put him over 1,000 yards for the season.
And handoff to Turner once again, and Turner will get a couple.
Looks like they're going to mark it at the 28.
So Brady Lamb, one of the tight ends, heading to the sidelines for Spring Valley. 3rd and 11 for Spring Valley. Mason Winger comes in with a play from the sidelines.
This is a big play for the Vikings. Holding Spring Valley to a 3-and-out would be awfully big to start the second half.
Winger, the pistol, throws over to the far side, and the pass falls short of his intended receiver.
Penalty marker came in on the far side.
And it's going against Spring Valley, it looks like. That pass attempted for Sam Schmidt.
Vikings will probably decline this. They did.
Yep. So Spring Valley is going to get that, have that 3-and-out. As Hall is standing back at about the 41. Now he's backing up a little further. Mason Winger also serves as the punter for Spring Valley when they have to, and now we've got a timeout on the field that is called by Colfax. Your 9:58 remaining third quarter. Spring Valley 22, Colfax 8. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
Bridges of tomorrow standing proud and tall for pedestrians and bicycles welcoming home. Snowmobiles racing under the winter's bright sky. Anderson Bridges, where dreams never die. Family owned, with a heart that's sincere, building pathways to the future.
NLWN TV is excited to bring you Colfax High School girls basketball. Our first game will be on Tuesday, November 18th, when the Vikings will travel to Hammond, Wisconsin to take on the St. Croix Central Panthers. Live coverage on NLWN TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:45 p.m.
Cole Parzik standing back at the Colfax 37. Mason Winger gets a good snap and gets off a decent punt. And Parzik takes it. And Parzik will get down to about the up to about the 48 before he's driven back on the play. So Colfax starting in pretty good field position. Austin Peterson appearing to be the quarterback on this drive.
I'll be curious to see who's the tailback out there now. Easton Wetland lined up in the backfield with Peterson.
Trips near side for Colfax. Peterson.
Or check that is Wall.
Wall gets the handoff and comes flying up the field. And he will get into Spring Valley territory, run out of bounds at the 48-yard line. We'll call it a 3-yard pickup on the play. 2nd and 7. 9:38 to go here in the third quarter. Spring Valley out on top 22-8.
It's good to see Wall back in there after he looked pretty shook up in the first half.
3 wide receivers far side. Pitch goes back to Jacob Wall. Wall, big hold. He's going to run across the 45 down to the 44-yard line. And getting closer to that first down, 3rd and 3. Ball's on the 44. Two wide outs to the near side. And 1 wide out on the far side. Peterson from the shotgun takes the snap, fires a quick pass over the middle through the hands of Exton Call. Incomplete.
Now, is this 4-down territory for the Vikings? Looks like not. Although, I see Grant DeMoe coming in. He had a word to say to Paulus. They did show the fake earlier.
And taking it is Paulus. Paulus to the 40-yard line, gets dragged down at the 37, and that should be plenty for the first down for Colfax. So 1st and 10, Vikings. Off the fake punt.
Some hard running that time by Paulus.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
8:50 remaining, third quarter. Peterson flips it over to Wall. Wall cuts back up the middle. Lots of running room. It gets the ball down to the 35-yard line.
Check that, that's a 25.
25, yeah, that's a first down for Colfax again. Kind of looking a lot like that drive earlier in the first drive of the game that Colfax had.
Wall showing some really hard running.
Pair of wideouts each end. Peterson from the gun. Gives it to Wall. Wall coming around the near side this time. And runs into some resistance on that one. His gain might be small, and now it looks like they have they've Stop the clock. Is there a player down over there?
No, they just wound the clock now.
Okay. 2nd and 10 for Colfax. Coming up on 8 minutes left to go in the third.
Wall was very fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Trips right. Peterson in the shotgun with Wall to his right. Throws to that trio, and the pass complete, and gets it up to the 30-yard line. That was to Grant Paulus. Third down and 5, ball's on the 20.
That's the first completion for the Vikings today.
Wendland, far side, trips near side. And the quick pitch to Wall. Wall tucks his head. Gets down across the 15 to about the 12. And that's enough for a Colfax first down.
The Vikings are seeing something in that pitch. He's waiting to make the pitch until Wall is outside the tackle, and then he cuts it back inside the tackle on the run.
Trio to the far side this time. Rolling right to throw, and it's incomplete from Peterson, intended for Paulus. 2nd and 10. Spring Valley 22, Colfax 8. Colfax trying to put together a drive similar to the drive that they had that opened this game and got them an early lead. Peterson to Wall. Wall around the right side, trying to make that cut, gets down to the 10.
Inside the 10, maybe the 9 where they end up putting it.
And he did not get out of bounds, so the clock continues to roll. 6:23 to go. 3rd and 6 for the Vikings. Line of scrimmage is the 9. This time, 3 wide receivers to the near side. Wall is off to Peterson's right. Peterson gives it to pitches it to Wall, and now Spring Valley getting used to seeing that. Stop for no gain. So it's 4th down and 6 for Colfax. Ball is on the 9-yard line. And now the Vikings go again from the shotgun, a pair of wideouts each side. Quick pass over the middle, trying to get it down inside the 5-yard line. And it was intended for Parzik, and the Cardinals will take over deep in their own territory on downs. 5:19 to go, third quarter.
Pass was a little bit behind Parzik, and he had to try to readjust, and the feet went out from under him. It was low and behind him. Didn't have much of a chance to make that catch.
So Spring Valley coming up to the line of scrimmage, straight eye backfield. Mason Winger up under center and in motion in the backfield. Pitch goes back to Sam Schmidt. Schmidt blasts around the left side or the far side. He gets down to about the 17-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 3. Ball on the 16, 4:50 remaining, third quarter. Colfax trailing Spring Valley 22-8. And the handoff again going to Schmidt. Nope, that's Asher Turner, and he carries for the first down. So the line of scrimmage, the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for Spring Valley. Coming out wide to the near side is Jake Hannock. He's been the wide out throughout the night for the Cardinals. Winger up under center. Winger gives the handoff to Turner, and Turner gets to the 30-yard line. And getting in the action there, Grant Cook getting up a bit slow. He's going to come over to the sidelines at least for a play. 2nd and 6 for Spring Valley. Valley leads 22-8, 3:40 left third quarter. Mason Winger, and we've got motion, and that is probably going to go against Colfax.
A little bit of a hard count that time.
Spring Valley with a win will qualify for playoffs. The Vikings will not make it in this year. 2nd and 1. And the penalty flags all over the place in the middle. And it's holding on Spring Valley. So it's going to be the 2nd and 11, 3:05 to go.
It's at the spot of the foul that they mark it off from. And so that penalty occurred behind the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be 2nd and 12 then. And the ball handed off to Sam Schmidt, who was immediately.
Check that.
Oh.
That was Turner.
Turner, okay. Third and 3 for Spring Valley. 2.5 minutes to go. Third quarter. Hannock and Isaiah Haug are wide on the near side. Turner in motion. Handoff goes to Turner. Turner strakes it straight up the middle and will get up to the 46-yard line of Spring Valley. And that's a first down for the Cardinals. 2:07 remaining here in quarter number 3. Braden Gregg coming in from the sidelines. Going out on the far side is Hannock. Hannock and Haug, far side. From the pistol, Winger looking to throw, decides he's going to keep it. Gets by one tackler, but ends up in Colfax territory down at the 47. So 2nd and 2. Valley coming up to the line of scrimmage. One wide out far side, winger under center. And the handoff goes to Asher Turner. Turner just out in front of the stake, and that is a first down for Spring Valley. First and 10, Spring Valley, ball at the 43-yard line. Cardinals up to the line. Whiteouts to the near side this time. In the Pistols, winger, and there's motion on the line again. And this time it's on Spring Valley. False start. 22-8, Spring Valley with the lead. 27 seconds to go in the third quarter.
First and 15 after that penalty for the Cardinals as the third quarter is winding down. Seconds to go.
Pair of wideouts. To the near side, Spring Valley winger in the pistol. Dropping back to throw, looking. Fires on the near side and finds. That's Colin Bruner, a senior tight end, and Bruner is tackled at the 33-yard line of Colfax. As the third quarter comes to an end, Spring Valley Cardinals 22, Colfax Vikings 8. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
It's getting to that time of year again. Time for NLWN TV and NLWN 2 to present our Halloween Spooktacular 2025. Join us at 7 p.m. on Halloween night by the light of the jack-o'-lantern as we bring you some of the best in Halloween-themed old-time radio programs, including Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy, Inner Sanctum Mysteries, and we'll wrap things up with the classic Halloween show of all time with Orson Welles' production of The War of the Worlds. So join me on our Halloween Spooktacular at 7 p.m. Halloween night on NLWN TV and NLWN 2.
Museum, located in Eau Claire's Carson Park, with a mission of connecting people to their community and inspire curiosity. From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
And tomorrow it's a Carson Park celebration as the Chippewa Valley Museum along with the Chippewa Valley Theater Guild are partnering to conjure up a ghoulishly fun, family-friendly Halloween festival. Includes s'mores, performances of the Legend of Sleepy Hollow by the Theater Guild, flashlight scavenger hunt, Halloween cartoons, and the Bat Cave. All takes place from 2 to 5 tomorrow at the Chippewa Valley Museum and Paul Bunyan Logging Camp. Call 715-834-7871 for more information.
Winger hands it off to Sam Schmidt. Schmidt comes flying out of the backfield and will get the ball down to the 27. So 2nd and 4. 6-yard pickup on the play as we are in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of the regular season for the Colfax Vikings. Wideouts far side this time. Winger up under center. His back's in an eye. Deep back gets the handoff. That's Asher Turner coming on the near side. 5, touchdown, Spring Valley.
27-yard touchdown run by Asher Turner.
And Spring Valley pushes their lead up to 28-8. And attempting the extra point will be Isaac Koenig. Ball set down, kick goes up, and it is good. So 11:14 remains in the fourth quarter. Spring Valley 29, Colfax 8. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
If you have a high-deductible health plan, opening a health savings account at Dairy State Bank will allow you to save tax-free dollars to pay for a long list of health-related services allowed by the IRS. Dairy State Bank HSAs are serviced locally and work like a regular checking account. You can use a debit card or check to pay for expenses and access your account through online or mobile banking. Visit DairyStateBank.com to learn more about HSAs and online or mobile banking. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
NLWN2 invites you to join us in our time machine and journey back to the 1860s for some vintage baseball with the Menominee Blue Caps. Our next broadcast will be on Monday, October 20th, as the Blue Caps will take on the Sand Creek 9 from Fall Fest in Sand Creek, Wisconsin. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. That's vintage baseball, Monday, October 20th on NLWN2.
Welcome back. Spring Valley 29, Colfax 8, 11:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Koenig with a high kick, a good kick. It is taken at the 20-yard line. And trying to bring it upfield is Jeremiah York, who has done most of that for the Vikings this season. And the Vikings will start 32 yards. 32, okay.
Your guess is as good as mine.
It's all the angles and this football math, and wow.
And now we have to retool our whole system for basketball coming up.
That's right.
Good thing we've got about a month to do that.
That's right. Trips on the near side. DeMo looking to throw, incomplete. Or does throw. He was trying to get it to Wall.
Yeah, he was going to set up a screen pass to Wall. Wall fell down and the ball was almost intercepted.
11:04 remaining, fourth quarter.
It looks like,
go ahead.
It looks like the Vikings are doing everything in their ability to get Wall out one-on-one against people. Those pitch outs they were doing, that was the whole purpose of those.
Peterson under center, pitches it back to Wall, and Wall brought down at the 34-yard line. He was first met on the play by...
Check that, that's a 26-yard line.
Well, he was tackled by number 23, who is not listed on the roster. Or at least the one that we have.
Well, how about that?
Let's get that first down.
Over on the far side, trips left.
I'll bet that might have been Landon Forster.
Peterson looking to throw, throwing really deep, trying to get it to Grant Paulus down at about the 45-yard line of Spring Valley. It's incomplete, so it's coming all the way back, and it'll be 4th and 16 for Colfax. So the Vikings will set up to punt. Grant Paulus at the 15-yard line of Colfax. And we have a flag flying over there on the far side. And that will go against Spring Valley. Offside penalty. Brings up 4th and 11. And the punt will be fielded at the 36-yard line. Sam Schmidt heads over to the far sidelines, over to the 40, where he is hit out of bounds. Yep, and the flag.
You're right, that's going to be a late hit out of bounds. Yeah, personal foul against the Vikings.
So 15 yards will be marched off against the Vikings.
It's going to put it about the 28-yard line, I believe.
First and 10, Spring Valley. As quarterback Mason Winger, and let's see, we have timeout signaled by I think they want to get a new ball. Ball's getting damp as the
evening
air, yes.
Beautiful fall evening, though. All week it looked like we were going to get rain tonight, but no, it's a very nice, actually kind of warm evening for this time of year.
And the handoff goes to Schmidt, who
Turner again.
Turner got by first tackler and then got all the way down to the 15. .9:40 left to go in tonight's game and the 2025 football season for Colfax. Up under center. Pitch goes back to Turner. Turner trying to make the cut, and he's sandwiched over there on the far sidelines. And so we have a timeout, officials timeout.
Turner had no gain on that play. Jacob Wall got set off the field by the officials. Still feeling the ill effects from that hit he took in the first half.
Getting some water, and now we have a timeout, I believe, by now Spring Valley is coming out.
And they wind the clock.
2nd and 10. Winger up under center. Backs in an eye. They give it to Turner. Turner will grind out a couple of yards down to the 15.
Again, that's no gain for Turner. Yeah, hit in the backfield and just powered his way back to the line of scrimmage. Viking defense is actually doing a good job of making contact in the backfield. Just that with guys like Turner, they're not going to get taken down by an arm tackle.
Especially a single one.
That's right.
It may take a few hits to bring him down. Third down and 10. Spring Valley taking their time as we approach 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
And timeout being called by Spring Valley. Clock was winding down on them.
8:05 remaining. Fourth quarter, Spring Valley 29, Colfax 8. You're watching Viking football on NLWN2.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there. Call 608-468-2067 and let's get started. You deserve the best.
Welcome back. 8:05 to go, fourth quarter. 3rd and 10 for Spring Valley there on the Colfax 15-yard line. Mason Winger up under center. Winger to Turner. Turner coming around the near side, getting some blocks. Flag goes down at about the 14.
Looks like it might be a hold.
Holding on Spring Valley.
You know, as a defense, when you have a team that's committing a lot of holds against you out in space like that, it means you're doing something right. Those are usually a desperation move, and you're forcing that.
Jake Hannock, wide out, far side for Spring Valley. Winger, under center, keeps it himself, loops back around, and he is going to be stopped for, I think, no gain.
I think you're right.
And we have a penalty flag.
I think 64 might have said something for Spring Valley, because it was as he's walking by the official that flag came flying out, and he kind of threw his hand in the air like he was pretty disgusted.
It's Max Whitmer, and 15 yards will be marked off against Spring Valley. Put the ball back at the 39 of Colfax. Colfax trailing Spring Valley 29-8. Mason Winger coming in from the sidelines with a play.
I want to know what page in the playbook they've got a 4th and 34 play.
Oh, 4th and 34. Wow.
Yeah, the penalty was after the play.
So Winger fires it toward the end zone, out ahead of Jake Hannock, incomplete. On the coverage for Colfax Axton call. And so those penalties, along with some sharp defense by Colfax, is going to give the Vikings the ball back. 1st and 10 on the 39. So Peterson will be under center, and he will take it himself and get a nice gain. He just took it right up the middle.
About 7 yards on the play. In fact, 8 yards on the play.
Peterson, deep pitch back to Wall. Wall around the far side.
Flag came in.
And Wall got into Spring Valley territory, but it's a hold on the Vikings.
You start seeing some of those holding calls late in the game as well, as fatigue is setting it a little bit on these guys.
Both teams playing hard. Spring Valley, of course, trying to get tuned up for the playoffs, which start for 11-man next weekend. Peterson trying to get a pass out to Grant Paulus. That one was knocked down by Colin Bruner of the Cardinals.
Actually, a really good play by Bruner that time, because the Vikings had that play set up, and he leaped into the air and batted it down.
Trips near side for Colfax.
DeMoe at quarterback.
DeMoe scurrying around, trying to fire it upfield to Grant Paulus. It's incomplete.
DeMoe had no chance to get set up that time.
6:02 remaining fourth quarter. Spring Valley 29, Colfax 8. And again, the trio out to the near side. And DeMoe fires one. Long, caught by Easton Wedlin. What a play. Wedlin covered well, but managed to get that football all the way down to the 21-yard line of Spring Valley. So they've got to give the chain crew a chance to get set up here. And the snap, and it is DeMoe again. He's going to throw short, and it was nearly intercepted by Spring Valley's Asher Turner. 5:40 left fourth quarter, 29-8. Spring Valley out in front. Colfax trying to close the gap here. DeMoe from the shotgun fires on the short side, and this time it was intended for Wedlin, but thrown behind him. DeMoe coming in from the sidelines with the play. Coming out, Axton Call. Austin Peterson, part of that trio over on the left side. DeMoe looking over there, decides to just keep it, and he did not get out of bounds. So the clock will continue to roll for it's fourth down. .5:11 to go in tonight's game. 4th and 7. DeMoe rolling right this time, fires, and his receiver slipped before he had a chance to get there, and that was Cole Parzik. And Spring Valley will get the ball back on downs from Colfax with just under 5 minutes to go in the game. And Spring Valley leading 29-8. And we will see if there are whiter jerseys coming in for Spring Valley, and a timeout called by the Cardinals. 4:57 to go, fourth quarter. Spring Valley 29, Colfax 8. You're watching Viking football on NLWN 2.
In November of 2018, our daughter Jana passed away. The outpouring of support was unbelievable. Support that we received inspired us to start a foundation called the Jana Kelly Memorial Foundation. And through that foundation,
we've given back in a lot of different ways, through projects, through different other charities that we've supported. We like to help Humane Association, and the Ronald McDonald House is something that's very near and dear to us. We've also recently, this last year, we actually built a tiny house. It's really exciting to be able to give back in different ways.
to learn more or to help financially, find us on Facebook or www.janakelly.com.
Colfax Vikings, we wear that crown.
NLWN2 is proud to present Colfax High School boys basketball.
For the win, we won't.
Our first game will be on Tuesday, December 2nd, when the Vikings travel to Durand to face the Durand, Arkansas Panthers. Live coverage on NLWN2 begins with Viking pregame at 6:45 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking boys basketball on NLWN2 on Tuesday, December 2nd.
Welcome back, 4:57 to go. And the Spring Valley Cardinals have things set up. Mason Winger is still the quarterback. And the ball carrier Turner.
No, it wasn't. It was Bankston that time. He gave it to the fullback. They almost lined up in a wishbone that time.
Second and 5 for Spring Valley. 4.5 minutes left. Winger under center. Power I. And blasting out of the backfield was Turner.
No, I think that was Bankston again. 44. But you're right. He just shot through there like a greased pig. Our camera guy Dan knows how to catch those greased pigs.
Power I right this time. And coming out of the ball is free. That's Blake Bankston. Bankston down to the 30, 25. And Bankston run out of bounds down near the 15, I think.
Yeah, the 13.
3:24 to go in the fourth quarter. 29-8. Spring Valley with the lead. They are now in the red zone in Colfax territory.
That was a 56-yard run by Bankston.
Bankston, the closest back to Winger in that power I. And Bankston gets the call again, and he'll get it down to about the 8. Second and 5. 2:40 to go, fourth quarter. 29-8, Spring Valley with the lead.
Just 74 yards on 4 carries for Bankston. And they do have a new backfield in the for the Cardinals. And we have a whistle and a timeout called by Spring Valley.
2:06 to go, fourth quarter. Spring Valley 29, Colfax 8. You're watching Viking football on NLWN2.
Sometimes fatherhood
I'm the first Viking who wouldn't kill a dragon.
can feel like an epic battle.
But you will.
But you can change your kid's world just by being there. And with a little help, you won't believe how high they can soar.
All right, bud, you ready?
I'm proud to call you my son.
Come on!
Never stop being a dad. To learn more, visit fathersincorporated.com.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
We're not powerless, so long as we don't lose sight of what's important.
Don't be afraid to seize that moment to talk to your friends.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space.
The first step on our new journey. You coming?
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
And winger up under center for Spring Valley. The pitch going back to 26. That's
25.
25, Landon Forster, and Forster goes in for the touchdown. So attempting the point after kick again is Isaac Koenig. Kicking toward the school. Ball set down, kick is up, and it's good. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game and the Colfax season tonight, and the score, Colfax 8, Spring Valley 36. You're watching Viking football on NLWN2.
Losing the fear of looking foolish comes with age.
Who did you steal him from?
Losing your way in your own home doesn't. Confusion with time and place may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's.
Welcome back. Teeing up the ball for Spring Valley is Isaac Koenig, who's done a good job of kicking tonight for Spring Valley. And Spring Valley has some good underclassmen that are going to be coming up too.
You know, and so do the Vikings. They only have one senior on their roster. I think the future does look fairly bright for the Vikings.
And the kick taken down at the 9-yard line. And Jeremiah York coming upfield with it. And York is chopped down at the 36-yard line.
Nice return that time by Jeremiah York.
So the ball on the 36-yard line, minute 52 to go in the game.
In fact, Jeremiah York is one of those underclassmen. He's been playing starting varsity on special teams all season long. He's a freshman. You look at Ethan Schindler as a freshman. Grant DeMoe is a freshman.
And the pass out on the near side.
Zach Learmo.
Okay. He must have reported as a eligible receiver because there are no penalty markers flying. He's wearing 62.
He got his yard.
2nd and 9. So Colfax breaks the huddle. All kinds of new jerseys, I believe. Is that DeMo in at quarter right? Yep. DeMo is going to take it himself. No, check that. That is
Wall?
20. Yeah, Jacob Wall. They snapped it right to Jacob Wall. And the ball fell out. 3rd down and 3, 1:20 left to go.
Colin Parzik coming out.
Grant DeMo going in. Paulus comes to the sideline now.
Some more players. That's probably Paulus coming out to get an ovation. He is the only senior on the Viking squad, and now the Vikings call timeout. He got a nice hand from the crowd as he came out.
So 55 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. It is tournament time. We've mentioned that. The volleyball regional tournament will begin tomorrow. Vikings will compete in the McDonald Central section. Vikings will host the Shawamigan Screaming Eagles in regional competition, with action getting underway at 7 p.m.
And that's right over here at Colfax High School.
And then the Viking cross-country runners will compete in the WIAA sectional meet on Saturday, October 25th at Unity High School in Balsam Lake. Action begins at 2 p.m. there.
And don't forget the museum hosting the Halloween's, or their Carson Park Spooktacular, I think is, or
Skelebration?
Skelebration, that's it. These great words for Halloween. That's right, we have the Spooktacular.
That's right. And the pitch goes back
Ball's
to
loose.
Paul. It is, and the ball gets loose. It is recovered by Spring Valley.
And they're going to mark it at the 48. And I think they'll probably just go into victory formation. I just noticed Jan Kwekua just went into. I've been waiting all season long to say his name. Jan Kwekua is in the lineup for the Vikings.
And again, Rick, you were on a roll. Victory formation was formed. And that is likely going to be, they'll have to snap it one more time. They get up there and do that. And time will continue to run down. And the 2025 football season comes to an end for the Colfax Vikings. They are on the short end of tonight's game. The final score, Spring Valley 36, Colfax 8. We invite you now to stay tuned for our post-game programming. That's coming your way next here on NLWN 2.
Thank you for joining us for Colfax Viking Football, a presentation of NLWN 2 in conjunction with Colfax High School. This has been presented for the private viewing use of the tuned-in audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction in any form without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network, LLC, and Colfax High School is strictly prohibited. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Postgame, where we take a look back at today's Colfax Viking game.
Colfax Vikings feel the power we bring.
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Yeah, we're back. Colfax Vikings here to play. With our hearts on fire, we'll light up the day.
Time now for Viking Postgame with a look back at today's Colfax Viking game. And now, back out to the stadium and Viking Postgame.
Welcome back to Colfax. Tonight's final, Spring Valley 36, Colfax 8. The Vikings had the first score of the ball game, and fortunately that was their only score in the ball game. Jacob Wall ran in from 7 yards out, and he also took in a 2-point conversion run, and Colfax led 8-0. Spring Valley tied it up about 4 minutes later. Asher Taylor, who had a big night for Spring Valley, 15-yard touchdown run, and Sam Schmidt with a 2-point conversion run. Made it 8-8, and then with a minute left to go in the first quarter, a 14-yard pass from winger to Brady Lamb and another Turner 2-point run made it 16-8 at the end of the first. In the second, then it was 2 field goals was the scoring for Spring Valley, a 30-yarder and a 36-yarder, both by Isaac Koenig. No scoring in the third quarter. The halftime score was 22-8. And in the fourth quarter, Spring Valley, less than a minute in, Asher Turner ran it in from 27 yards out, and Isaac Koenig added the point after kick, as well as after Landon Forrester scored on an 8-yard run with 2 minutes to go. Our final, 36-8. So Colfax ends their season with a record of 0-9. Unfortunately, they did not see any in the win column, and Spring Valley will qualify for the playoffs with this win, and they end the season with a 5-2 conference mark.
And taking a quick look at this game was dominated by the running attack of both teams. Of course, Asher Turner, you got to give him credit. He's everything he was billed as. 26 carries for 175 yards, well over 1,000 yards for the season. And Jacob Wall, 21 carries for 121 yards. That's a really good night for Jacob Wall, and he got banged up pretty good. But the Vikings don't have anything to hang their head with. They really didn't have much of an answer for Turner, and but otherwise they played well, stayed in the game. The score just slowly crept away from them, and they couldn't. It's like that dam slowly breaking apart, and you can't quite stop it, and they were doing that. But to be honest with you, I think the future looks pretty bright for the Vikings. They had just under 30 people out for football this year, and of those, 16 were freshmen and sophomores. So over half were freshmen and sophomores. There was only one senior on the roster this year, and they are going to have just about this entire roster back, plus there are some 8th graders that will be coming in to play high school football next year. I think possibly our computer operator might be one of those. We'll see. And he gave me a nod, so I suspect we may see Michael Christensen out there on the football field. And we'll let his mother worry a little bit about that, because moms do that. That's their job. But in all fairness, I hope these guys don't let their heads hang, because the win-loss record has got to be disappointing for them. But the future does look good. There were some really good things we saw with the Vikings this year. But as Coach said, there's a difference between boy strong and man strong. And right now, the Vikings are boy strong. And as they gain that next year, they're going to become more and more man strong and be ready to take on these teams and come up with a better showing.
So the 2025 football season comes to an end, but you'll be able to follow the Colfax Viking boys and girls right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. The girls will be on NLWN TV, the boys on NLWN 2. Girls coverage starts Tuesday, November 18th, as the Lady Vikings travel to Hammond to take on the St. Croix Central Panthers. And then the boys get underway on December 2nd. They travel down to Durand to take on the Durand, Arkansas Panthers, that on NLWN 2. So stay in touch with the NLWN website, and we'll be able to keep you updated on when those games are. The Blue Caps will, our coverage of vintage baseball wraps up Monday night on NLWN 2. Menominee Blue Caps face the Sand Creek 9 at the Fall Fest in Sand Creek, and that's Monday night at 7.
And the Red Rovers are going to be there as well, and we will have that game as well.
Okay. So tonight's Colfax High School football game is brought to you by Dairy State Bank, where they're banking on relationships. Midwest Environmental Consultants. This is the first time I've had to wipe off the clipboard.
The dew is settling in.
It is. Midwest Environmental Consultants soil testers for western Wisconsin. Anderson Bridges, who have been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. Slayton's Technology, IT provider for the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Menominee Eye and Optical, with quality personalized care for you and your family. Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Comfort food the way Mom used to make it. And the Chippewa Valley Museum, where you can get in touch with the roots of the valley in Carson Park in Eau Claire. We hope you'll thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Viking football here on NLWN2 by doing business with them. So we invite you to follow the Colfax basketball teams here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. For Michael Christensen, executive producer Rick Olson, camera operator Dan Petshaw, I'm Jay Fall. Thanks a lot for joining us. Good night and have a great weekend.
Yeah, we're back.
You've been tuned to Viking Post Game with a look back at today's Colfax Viking football game. This has been a production of NLWN2 along with Colfax High School. Check out our upcoming broadcast schedule at www.northernlightwebcastingnetwork.com.
Yeah, we're the Vikings. Hear us roar, Colfax pride.
We're ready to soar.
Under Friday night lights, we lace up our cleats. Heartbeats sync with the drums and the beats. In the huddle, we're warriors, side by side. With the spirit of Vikings, we've got nothing to hide. The crowd's on their feet, the pulse in the air. We're fighting for glory, no room for despair. Our helmets shine bright, our spirits tenfold. With every snap, we smash through the cold.